Bills fans, it's been too long, way too long. We haven't had a victory Monday in how long? Almost a month and a half. Insane. Insane. Last victory was the Saints, but a victory Monday nonetheless, and I'll take it. They needed it. Last night, that the loss by the Patriots just set everything up for us that we needed. Hey, what's up, Steven? How you doing, bro? That they needed, we needed to just happen. So next week is it's it. Next week is it. Next week is it's go time next week. There's no that's the season right there. And they had a hell of a week. Guys getting sick with this shit. The league lying to players from the start to now, saying that they wouldn't do this, wouldn't do that, and they did. And the league does what it does. It's reactive, not proactive, and it changes all the rules on the fly now. So guys have to lose less games, and it's all on the line now. I knew it was going to be a rough game. And I'll say this: people say, "Oh, losing their kicker, yeah." I think it helped them because it forced them to play more aggressive. It forced them to have to make and so that changes your play calls. If the team is just the Chargers, if they know they're going to go for it on fourth down all the time, as opposed to a team who's caught in between waffling, are we going to go? Or are we not going to go? Are we going to kick? Their play call on third down is completely different because they know they're going. And so the Bills playing backed up knew that they're coming at us. So this third down play isn't an end all be all for them. And it was tough. It was not easy. And you have a big quarterback like that who runs the ball well coming at you. They did a lot of gimmicky stuff. They didn't really hit anything deep. Some dinks, some dunks, one reverse. Spencer, it was tough because he's the right tackle. Day before the game, you're switching to left tackle. I felt like he held up well, better than Darrell Williams did on the right side. He gave up 2.5 sacks. The run blocking was solid. See this game here, two things that came out of this game for me. Devin Singletary has signed, sealed, and delivered. And he needs to just be the back. Have a good night, Steven. Take care. Video's always here uploaded, so you can listen to it whenever you like. That's the kind of game. 22 carries, 86 yards. And I felt like he should have had more carries. Okay, I felt like they should have ran the ball more. I was glad they didn't really run Josh around a lot. I felt like he took some unnecessary sacks. They're a really good defense. They're the number one pass defense in the league. They're athletic as hell. On the defensive line at linebacker in the secondary. And the Bills had to earn everything they got on offense today. So I felt like their best chance was just to run at them physically, man on man, just run at them. And I felt Singletary did very well. Just kept them down in distance, kept them on schedule. And Gabe Davis is just, I felt like he was the number 2 going into the season, Eric. And today, it just really, if that's one place I think they're going to say, like, damn, we fucked up, or not so much fucked up, we should have just really been on top of this sooner. Davis should have seen the field more. Knox had some tough catches today. I thought he dropped the one that Josh rolled out on. It was Sweeney. And when Sweeney drops that pass, there was just a couple of things that happened there. Sweeney drops that pass. They get off schedule, have to punt. The penalty on Spencer Brown after the Singletary run, they get off schedule, have to punt, give them a short field. I think they score. I don't know if they scored on that with the Hubbard over the middle and zero coverage. It was just a couple of things that were just really, really frustrating today because you knew they were not gonna kick. I don't recall a situation where a team loses its kicker. I know it's happened. I just can't recall it. I remember a game. It was a Raiders game on Monday night. They lost their long snapper and literally could not function for the rest of the game. Spencer had a rough game. I felt like he did well in the run blocking. He got caught with some real ticky-tack calls, though. There was a couple that were just. There was one, the first hold that he got called on is like I see that play all the time. There was one that he was clearly holding on. There was one Morse got flagged for. I don't know why he tried to bother arguing it. It was a clear hold. It was down towards the red zone. The Bills ended up settling for a field goal there. But they were 5 for 5 in the red zone today. They punched the ball in 4 out of those 5 times. And against a defense like that, a pass defense like that, 3 touchdown passes, that's you really couldn't ask for more. You have a totally shuffled offensive line, a rookie playing left who's only played right but played some left in school. It's just really, really tough. I felt like a couple of things today, and I noticed people haven't really brought the other one up in the room, and I'll get to it. Give me that game from the running game. Give me a back that can do that for you, do that for us, for them. Just workman, 18 to 20s, 80 and change. That's it. That's all we need. That's all we need, right? But how low does it show you that Zach Moss has fallen in their eyes, that he can't get on a field in this game, that he couldn't even get on the field active. Their special teams ace was injured. It's cold. You feel like maybe you could run at them. They're down their best defensive tackle, and he can't get on the field. Singletary's, I think he'll be here next year. Yeah, he was, Eric. He was running for his life. He was just he was having to, they tested that offensive line early, being reshuffled. But I felt like for the most part, they settled in there, and that's why I was calling for them to run the ball more earlier. It was like, let this offensive line get its footing under them. Let them, build up some confidence. Don't put them like the first. The first offensive series of the game, they were just three and out on 3 passes. I was like, no, just try to get this offensive line in some rhythm. Try to build up some confidence there. They've never played together in these positions. Let them, I was a little frustrated. That was the first 2 drives I was not happy with at all. It was tough, but they were put in a tough spot. There's no other way to put it. And it's just really dangerous what the league is trying to do. You're putting teams out there that are so shortchanged, offensive lines, defensive lines. They're going to get people hurt doing this shit. That's why the league said it's got to stop. I don't think they cut him, Eric, but he's definitely on notice. I mean, Breida got 1 carry today, just like a little serviceable carry. But I don't know what's going on with Moss, but it just says so much that he couldn't even just be active for this game. Like, they couldn't even trust him to be active. That is really, say, an indictment, but just yikes. Again, a rookie playing on the left side for the first time. He gave up a half a sack. He had a couple of penalties. I know the one barking penalty, to me, it's like with this league, with this bullshit taunting, it's after a good run. McDermott sat him down for 2 plays. It's like, I hate that fucking penalty, man. They want to turn these guys into robots, and I just hate it. I hate it. There was a couple of legit holds in there. There was the first hold. It was not. He was just inside pushing his guy. I see that play. You guys see that play 1,000,001 times during the season, and it just, for whatever reason, in this instance, it got called. Darrell Williams got beat a couple of times by his man. Gross Matos had 2.5 sacks, and he lines up on the right-hand side. Singletary, Trevor, to me, there is no committee. He's the number 1 back. I just give him give them those crazy looks, make that defense have to respect all that motion, all that. And you saw he got that one first down, nice, cheap first down, just bleed some more time off that clock. He can do that for the offense. There's no reason why that package should have never been used, not ever been used, because he just makes the defense. And he had a nice catch on, I believe it was a second down. It was got like 13 yards after remember the one play where Beasley went off? He went off limping a little bit. Next play was a little short, quick route to McKenzie for, was it like quick 13 yards? That's all you need. That's all you need sometimes. I mean, that's just stay on schedule. That's why I felt like they should have ran the ball a little bit more today. Yeah, it was just a quick, actually just 7 yards, but got him a cheap first down. They ran the ball again, 27 carries, a $119, 4.4. Again, I felt like it should have been a little more. F.A. Obada needs to play more. First time I seen a Bills defensive end use his hands, beat a tackle, blow clean past him, and finish a sack. The quarterback didn't get away. The quarterback wasn't able to bounce off his man and throw it away or scramble. There was one early in the game. I don't know who had Newton, but it was a polar. It was on the fumble play. Oliver comes from the backside, slaps the ball out, and DJ Moore is right there to pick it up. I didn't see Basham too much, but the Obada play stood out. There was one sack that came from the left inside, right interior, and then he was lined up at left defensive end, and he just beat Cam Irving beautifully and cleaned this man up. Cam Newton took a beating out there. And I feel like the same type of game plan for a guy that's not mobile, a rookie, should be implemented next week. They're going to have a very short passing game. They're going to try to run the ball. The quarterback style is different, but the game plan for the most part is going to be the same. The Pats are going to try to run the ball, be physical. They're going to have more of a passing game in terms of the weather's not going to be near as an issue, but the quarterback can't run. So they're gonna be able to get to him a lot more than I even think they can get to Newton today. But he played a hell of a game. I felt like he was good in run defense. I felt like he was good. There was a couple other times I felt like he could have got to Newton. There was one clear, I felt like Newton just happened to get away and he dirted the ball, but it was right there. And Obada, to me, the two guys that stood out so much in this game, everybody's going to point to Gabe Davis, just motor, keeping the offense, just keep him on schedule. It felt like he should have got 3 to 5 more carries. And F.A. Obada on defense, clean, 2 sacks. And he played with a lot of intensity, a lot of ferocity. Yeah, I mean, Edmonds is going to be a point of contention. There was a couple of nice plays he had late. There was one big stop on it. I don't know if it was a 4th down, but it was like a 3rd and 7, 3rd and medium. Newton threw like a 2-yard pass. It was a shallow crosser. They tried to clear some guys out, give him room to work, and Edmonds came down and cleaned him up. Bills got the ball back on the next down, and I think that was the kill shot drive, the Gabe Davis last one. Everybody, I think, is talking about the early run to the right side. They ran everybody out. The edge was not set. Everybody was running downhill, and it's you got offensive linemen running clean on linebackers. It's hard to defend. It was hard to defend. He's had a couple of decent games. Harrison has had a couple of decent games in a row. It was a really. I felt like our secondary was giving their guys a little too much respect. I felt like maybe they were trying to get a deep shot, maybe, get some eyes peeking in the backfield because they were so run heavy. And there was a couple of times they took a few deep shots, but Newton just doesn't have. He's just not a good passer anymore. He just cannot pass the ball. And Trevor, I felt like they didn't run the ball enough. I felt like they should have ran it more early. I felt like they should have sprinkled the runs out earlier throughout the game. But 31-14, I felt like, it was a really hard game for the defense because they're playing without a kicker. Their hold downs sequence is going to change now. They're going to be more aggressive and even in some cases more conservative. Like, we don't, this is third down, but it may as well be our second down. And it's hard when you have an offense that's built like that. It's hard to, an offense just needs 10 yards to get a first down. And, you 1 out of 4 chances. I mean, you could pick up 10 yards on one play. Cumulative, it's very, very difficult. It was really, really tough. It was a tough day for the for the defense in terms of just having to defend that. And I give them a lot of credit. And then on offense, that second quarter, you put up 17 points. That's pretty much the end game right there. Stack a couple of touchdowns in the second half. That was nice, Trevor. I was hoping Knox could get one today. He didn't, but Gabe Davis came in and, his first game, fully starting in place of in front of Emmanuel Sanders, and just because of injury, and he does this thing. Really, really nice to see. Really, really nice to see. You saw the McKenzie package return to the offense today. But I felt like our DBs weren't playing it. They were just giving them a little too much respect. Too much respect. And I know they wanted to keep everything in front, keep everything in clean. And they did get caught the one time they were in zero cover, and Hubbard just ran his little, Texas route right over the middle, and Milano was caught in no man's land. It was just really, really tough. I mean, some of those guys, you're talking about some of the Knox had some really nice catches today. His stat sheet doesn't look sexy, but some of those catches that he had were really tough catches. And that's why the one drop, I thought it was him because I saw the hair as a tight end. I didn't see it was 89, but I was like, oh, fuck, Knox, man. Jesus Christ. I thought we were over this shit. And it was Sweeney. Is it bad for me to say I was glad it was Sweeney and not Knox? But overall, my girl was here watching the game with me today. She had to go out and do some Christmas shopping. She got to see me be a psychopath. And I didn't hold anything back. Yeah, was that embarrassing, Trevor? That's what I tweeted. That is anybody in the Boston press corps gonna ask if he's embarrassed getting beaten by a quarterback indoors? See, to me, that's the biggest. Indoors, not in the elements. Indoors. But you know what? The Bills have to take care of their business on next Sunday. I'm not going to talk too much shit. They have to take care of their business. Now it's now or never. Everything is there. They have to go take care of their business. And if they take care of their business, we'll be happy. And they'll be happy. I'm very, very sure. But it was a really tough week. Coming off that close loss, you guys sat here with me for 5 hours and watched, we're all misery together. I was acting like an asshole, talking shit. I apologize for that. I got to do better than that. And it's just a really shitty week. And I felt like I was confident for this game. I felt like, good going in. And you see some of the offensive line stuff start to happen. It's just like shit. You see one of their guys, and you just don't want to see players losing games to this kind of stuff. It's just, we're well past this. We really are. We really are. I mean, we really need to be. This is ridiculous. And the league is fraud. If nothing else, you should see how fraud the league is. That's all you need to see. Oh my God, that was a bad drop by Lazard. Yeah, but I'm happy. When's the last time we had a Victory Monday, guys? Yeah, Yeah, I saw it. It was Howie, Terry, and they're just Terry sniffed too much blow back in the day, bro, and Howie, Raider Homer, whatever, Oh, Bridgewater is knocked out. Oh, I saw you put that in the room, Eric. I'm just seeing it now. Oh man, that's a scare. Yikes. He is face down. Not oh man. I don't know who's hurt for the Bengals, but somebody else is hurt. But this is scary. Number 49. This scary, scary scene. He's holding his head. Bridgewater. See, when somebody's knocked out, I've seen this before in boxing gyms. The breathing is going crazy, and they're just kind of like, yeah, bro, it's all fixed. Bonzolo got fixed on Monday. Thank you for asking. What a pain in the ass. Yeah, for Fox, they tend to be Fox is more of like NFC. CBS is more AFC. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson is just he's down there. He comes up from Key West fishing. He does the show. He flies back to Key West and he fishes on his boat. Oh yeah, that's just bad, man. I mean, and how bad was the stuff that Joe Buck said about the tight end for the, he was having convulsions because your nerves are kind of like trying to get back in the working order. So he was having the twitches. I've seen that happen. Guy's stiff and his body's trying to regain its normal functions, but it just got shut off suddenly. And he's like, oh, maybe it's cold out. I'm like, dude, the guy just got concussed. And you're talking shit about him having convulsions, saying he's shivering. Like, come on, man. That was terrible. That was so bad. And you know what it is? Joe Buck's not a rookie. Joe Buck, the only reason he's there is because who his grandfather was. That was disgusting, man. That's disgusting. And this is the league that pretends to care about players' health, player safety. You've got a guy who routinely gets national games saying that kind of junk. That is disgusting. If this league had any balls, and I'm the player, and the players union's a joke too. I don't know how many times I've tweeted JC Treader and his fraud ass this week, telling him what a sellout he is. I would have called I was like, our players don't want him in the booth anymore. You want to do games? Fine. We don't want him in the booth. That was disgusting. And you notice, and you know what? If Troy would have had any balls, Troy Aikman's a coward too. You know why? Because I remember Troy Aikman's last play on the field. LeVar Arrington gave him one of the most vicious hits I've ever seen. Gave Troy probably his, I don't know how many concussions he had at that point, but he was in bad shape on the sideline. And that was his last play ever. He would have said, dude, I don't know. Maybe he did when they went off air. But even in that moment, you have a chance to make a correction and for everybody to see. It's like, yo, that's uncalled for, man. You don't say that stuff. Do not say that stuff. Troy's been between those white lines before. He should have stood up for his fraternity. He really should have. You see the way the blue check reporters have each other's back and bicker. He should have stuck up for his guys because that was terrible. That was a bad comment to make. It's not like when you watch boxing and stuff like that. You kind of like, it is and isn't. It's like you see a guy get knocked out. It's like, shit. That's kind of why you watch it, though. You still hope he's like, hey, get back up. And it was just bad. All right, I'll stop with that. Let me read some of the comments for me. I just wish the sports shows would stop, sucking a dick for beer money. That's what they do, man. That's their markets. I think it was Farms, Donald Farms was the tight end. But I think right now, I know Bridgewater is down and it's pretty bad. He's in bad shape. Like that guy is done for the day. And it didn't look good. You feel bad. I mean, he's been through a lot of shit, that guy's been through a lot of shit. I mean, Green Bay just took a lead against Baltimore. That helps. That helps a lot. Just crazy scene. I don't know if you guys are getting a doubleheader. I'm getting the Ravens Green Bay on Fox. San Francisco's beating up on Atlanta. Bills play Atlanta in a few weeks. So I feel like there's a game that the Bills should have. That's easy. Oh, bro. But also, Eric, these leagues now, they're in a bit of a thing because the contract ends this offseason. The second the league year restarts, the direct TV contract is done, and then it's open season. It's who's going to get it. It's ESPN Plus. Is it going to be Amazon? Those are the two lead dogs for it right now. And then it's just like everything is going to be streamed. Everything is going to be, you can buy individual games. You can buy season packages. You can buy a team's games, all of that stuff. And I mean, typical NFL, day late and a dollar short. I mean, how many years should have this been in the making? I mean, the UFC has had a streaming service for 9 years. And just now the NFL is going to, I mean, my God. For people who pride themselves on being forward thinking and stuff, this league it still has its share of just God. Is there a worse commissioner in sports than Roger Goodell? Is there? I don't know. He's pretty bad. Yeah, I know that the game is restarted. Denver's got the ball. That's a tough situation to see a player. Everybody's was out on the field. Down on a knee. It's we've watched it multiple times with players over the years. Kevin Everett being a Bill that happened to. I mean, Reggie Brown for the Lions. He was a linebacker. I recall Dennis Byrd. Denver just scored a touchdown. That's just a tough situation, man. He's been Bettman. You think Bettman is, man? He's that league is sad what they've done. Such a great sport, hockey, and they're so old and crusty and antiquated, and they got called back. Well, they're celebrating. Fuck, terrible. This league is trash. You know what I hate is like they'll throw a flag. And they consistently do this. It doesn't matter the magnitude of the flag or the magnitude of the point of the game. They'll throw the flag, they'll huddle together, they'll talk about it, and then just make the call. I'm like, why did you throw a flag, need to talk about it, and then stick with, I mean, they're just completely like taunting. It stands. So they threw a flag for taunting. So a guy can't celebrate a penalty, a touchdown anymore. That's just bad. You can't celebrate touchdowns. Let's see the taunting. Tim Patrick goes up, gets it. He points at the DB. A guy just got a 15-yard penalty for doing this. Think about that. 15 yards. Granted, it's on the kickoff for that. That's what he got the penalty for. Disgusting. This league should be ashamed of itself. Is their kicker still McManus? I think it is. But they're a good defense. They're a good team. And I know if Denver wins, it helps the Bills. I know it helps the Bills out. It strengthens their playoff chances by quite a decent little margin. Dude, thank you, Trevor. The Bills had the challenge. And you know what pisses me off? It's like if Tom Brady is the quarterback, and he was a master at catching teams having too many men on the field. The Bills had to challenge a play where it was clear that the Carolina defensive lineman was on the field 2 yards. They still had to go to like a 3-4 minute replay just to get the call correct. Allen he threw the ball downfield. You guys saw it. It's like, how about the one completion? I forget the receiver. It looked like he made the catch, but Hyde made a pass defense. The ball clearly hits the ground. The guy looking right at it calls it a catch. The guy behind him, I forget which judge that they call that, has to come from behind the play and say no catch. On the replay, it's no catch. Even my girl's like, that's bad. She's like, that's bad. Like, I explained to her the extra 12 men on the field. She's like, they need to look at that again. There was a ref right there. She's like, that's bad. I don't know how many times. Just disgusting. And this game is let's see what the Joe Burrow having a rough day. 11 for 17, only 79 yards. And he was supposed to be the second coming of Joe Montana, according to Adam Shine. Let's see, guys. I'm gonna do a little playoff prognostication here. Let's see if the 17% goes up to, you know what's crazy? Even if they lose to the Patriots, right? According to the New York Times playoff machine, totally agree, Eric. These guys are too crusty, too old. You know what it is the league always thought that old men were harder to corrupt than younger men, and you kind of got grandfathered in like a lot of things in life. It's like they're a day late and a dollar short, man. He's just, dude, Terry. I'm not going to talk about hits. The guy played in a different era. I just think Bengals just took the lead. Of course, Tyler Boyd. Touchdown. Did they go for 2? I don't know if they went for 2, but they just took the lead. That was quick. Did it get called back? No, it stood. 46 yards. Oh, he got beat clean as a drum. Jason Simmons just overran the play. Didn't make the tackle. I'm just seeing the replay now, guys. Play action. Oh, it was a beautiful clear out. Last line of defense, Simmons gets turned around. They're going for 2. I don't know if he got it or not. It doesn't look like he got it. Empty backfield. 2x3. Got it. Oh, he dropped it. Boyd dropped it. It's a big drop. He dropped it. I don't know if this is live or in real time, but apparently if they win, they're up to they're just, and if they win, yeah, basically if they win against the Patriots and lose to the Falcons and win against the Jets, it's 99%, and it's 81% they host a playoff game. If they win all 3 games, if they win out, it's pretty much a guarantee they host a playoff game. Read some of your comments, guys. It's Seeker. it's just I'm just used to it, man. I don't even question it anymore. It's just like I'm just used to it. Well, I mean, you saw, I mean, there was a clip of circulating from, it was last year's Bills game. It was after last year's Bills game. I don't know. It was I forget the head of officiating. It was the other guy. He's a younger cat, but this is the Park Slope run 345 Park Ave Midtown mindset. It's just You'd much rather this is the marketing mindset. We'd much rather have the Buffalo paper mad at us than the LA paper. That tells you all you need to know about these people. That tells you all you need to know about. Dude, if you had Jonathan Taylor, holy shit. They just, yeah, Buffalo's to them, Buffalo is still an also ran. Buffalo is still, they may as well be coached by Dick Duran and have whoever at quarterback. I mean, it's disgusting. Imagine if Josh Allen was the quarterback of the Giants. Like I mean, Jesus Christ. Imagine if Josh Allen was the quarterback of the Giants. It would be insane. It would be insane if he was the quarterback of the Giants right now. Because it's just, he would be like, he would be all over the place, plastered up everywhere. But that's just not the case. It's just, he's better for us, right? I don't care, but that's this league. I mean, look, that's why I'm going to do this more often. That's why I said, well, what was this league thinking? Putting a team in Jacksonville, putting a team in Carolina. You just bury your potential young stars in markets. You think you could just make a fan base in a market like Jacksonville, Florida, or the Carolinas, where they care about NASCAR and they care about college basketball. In Florida, they care about football, college football. That's it. College football rules Florida. Always has, always will. Yeah, but they're such a bedrock NFL franchise, Eric. I mean, around since the 20s, won the first 2 Super Bowls, have, the damn Super Bowl trophies named after Vince Lombardi, and it's like they've got that. You know what I mean? They've got that shield, that cloak. It buys you a lot of goodies. You know what I mean? What's up, Jake? How you doing, bro? What? Just keep going, man. Just keep stacking them. It's time. It's time. It's well past time. It's what next week is a playoff game. Whether they make the playoffs or they don't, next week is a playoff game. Period. How bad is Mike Glennon? Yeah, oh my God. I have Giant fan. I could show you on my Instagram. We have a little group chat, football. They were begging. This is how bad Mike Glennon is. Giant fans were begging to see Jake Fromm today. Begging. In unison. They were just like, please. After like the second interception. It's the house that Peyton built. The same thing, Trevor. It's like Indianapolis has their fans, but I said this last week. Look what the league did. Every market they poached a team from, it's like predatory. They ended up giving them a team back, build us a new stadium. And you'll get your rogue state, city officials, these scumbags who want to curry favor, build their political clout. And, oh, wow, I brought a team back to this city. The city of Cleveland owns the stadium there, First Energy. They own it. Nobody, like the owners don't own it. The Haslams didn't own it. I believe they had a group, I forget the group that used to own the Browns before they were sold, but they didn't own it. Look what they did. Baltimore, the same thing. Tennessee, Houston, the same thing. That's what they do. NYC is a mess, dude. Eric, bro, you want entertainment? You guys want entertainment? You want to talk about bad situations? Just turn on WFAN, turn on ESPN New York, the Michael K show, It 3, whoever, and you'll hear about some bad football. It's bad. It is bad. But you know what? I mean, it's like the Jets today. It's like Zach Wilson did nothing in that game, did absolutely nothing. They lost by a touchdown, but they did nothing in that game. Fuck Art Modell. There you go. I saw a lot of good things today's game. Spencer Brown got to do a few. It was tough, man. It was tough. Is New York missing Francesa? He's just been around here for so long. He still comments on Twitter though. He'll still like give his little talk on Twitter and stuff like that here and there. He just says it's embarrassing and just kind of like that's the last you'll hear from a week or so. Yeah, apparently you guys are correct. They got the ball back. My stream is a little slow here, so I'm just watching the I'm watching the Ravens and Green Bay right now, and I'm watching the trying to watch the Browns and Broncos here, but it's the stream is being tough. Can't wait to see it. I hope so, Seeker. I really do, man. I really, really do. Yeah, Doug. That's what it is. That's what it needs to be. I mean, oh God, I don't know how they do, Trevor. How do they? Ugh, that is a tough sell. It's Melvin. That guy is he's another one. First round draft pick, former first round draft pick. And let me say this: how bad does a Saquon Barkley? Every week, I feel bad for that kid because he's a good kid. But man, every week that pick looks. How can it just continue to look worse for them? But to our benefit, there's another team. We're going to draft the running back second overall. Great. Thank you. With a 38-year-old quarterback. Okay. The Belichick tree strikes again. Oh, man. Oh, Denver kept the football and the first down. Who's that? Hewerman? Number 85. I can't really tell right now who that tight end was. My stream was beautiful, and then it just turned into shit. That was a nice catch and run. Oh, it was the kid from Missouri. Oh, I can't pronounce that last name. I'm not even going to bother. If any of you guys can, that'll be amazing. Well, it looked bad last year. It looks really bad when you start to quantify like Eli was done. And they said the whole reason they picked Barkley was to just they felt like Eli had 3 to 4 more years left in him, potentially 5. And they pointed to, Brady as an example. And they just, Albert Q. That's all I'll say too, man. Just Q. That's a hard last name to try to spit out. It would have been really nice to see Sweeney come down with that ball because if the Bills had 2 tight ends, that's a real hard package to deal with, and they could run the ball a little bit better out of that, especially with Gabe Davis on the field more. It's just Sweeney has to come down with that catch. That's a simple catch. It's an easy little rollout. Nobody's really there, and he just basically handcuffed himself. That was really ugly. Sometimes that's all you need, man. How many times is the Bills burn themselves with stupid draft picks and they bypass good players and so I mean, I'm not going to apologize for that. I mean, there'll be self-loathing Bills fans who will want to apologize for the win today. I'm like, let me fucking apologize. I ain't apologizing for no wins. And take every win as you can get it. Oh, luck. Did they get? I think they got them. I think they got the Bengals secondary for a penalty, a hold. I can't see it, but I think they got them for a hold. Yeah, it's going again. Yep, the automatic first down. Locke's doing a good job so far. Let me not talk because then something bad will happen. Oh, nice play, Aaron. First down, driving the ball. See, if they go up 2 scores on this on Tyler Huntley led Ravens, I think the Ravens are done. There was a little hook there that they flagged, kind of ticky tack on Bates. I think that's Bates, number 20, but I'll take it. I mean, I don't think that ankle was as bad as they made it out to be. I think it was something that they were just these teams do. They were just going to use their benefit. Did the Bills get any DPI calls today? Did they get anything? They threw the ball a lot. I didn't see any calls. I see nothing. How good does it feel, Josh? Because he also has. Yeah, I mean, he had the one scramble. He looked good on it. I mean, so, I mean, and again, seen around town multiple times, know him. I don't know. Breland had a little freak out. What's up, Barrios? How you doing, bro? Really good win today, man. Good win, solid win. It was a tough game. I don't know what the hell Locke was trying to get a touchdown to Patrick there, but he just threw that shit way over his head. Who was Trey Flowers was the DB on there. No, just the roughing the passer. And then there was that was a huge one, though. There was that little ticky-tack foul. The Bills were going to have to punt the ball back. There was a little ticky-tack unsportsmanlike on the sideline after Allen gets pushed out of bounds. Bills 15 yards, and boom, it was they scored a touchdown. And I believe that was the Davis touchdown. Yeah, it was the Davis touchdown. And that was it. Oh, beautiful stop and start by Javonte Williams. That was nice. Jab step. Boop. Yeah, that was stupid. I saw that, Doug. He like, don't you have like exactly a window? And I love like the tight end initiated the contact and Levi still got the flag. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, you want to do that? Gabe Davis, 5 catches, 85 yards. I felt like he had a shot at that deep one. If Allen, it's crazy. It's just right there. It's just like, if there's a little less on that pass, it's a touchdown. Just a little bit less. Oh, Melvin Gordon held on to that one. He held on to that one. That was a nice one. That was a good run. Read some of the comments here. What is the percentage to make the playoffs if we lose to the Pats but beat? It is all right. 76%. No, 78% right now. 78% right now. That's live. It updates itself live. I don't have to do anything. Their first and goal. So it with the scores currently as is, it's 78%. So I guess as the day, whatever the score, I mean, tonight's game doesn't affect it. Some of tomorrow's games will affect it. So we'll see how those shake out. I know we should all be rooting for the Raiders tomorrow. That's for sure. I know the Bills should be rooting for the Raiders. A second and goal. Let's see what this play is. 3-by-1. That was oh my God, Drew. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you guys just see this? Oh my God. Oh shit, I'm sorry. No. If you guys are not watching the Denver, oh my God. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Not even in high school. Dude, Doug, Oh my God. Bro, Bonzolo. Drew Lock is going to run a keeper. The defensive lineman strips the ball out of his hands. Literally just takes it from him. Starts running. He runs 20 yards up. The Denver defensive lineman takes it out of his hands. The ball hits the deck and Denver falls on it. It was insane. Drew Lock may as well have handed the ball to the... that is insane. What the fuck was that? Oh my God. He's literally like running. He's looking around. Lock gets the ball out. And the defensive line, I don't know if that's Boyles or Manhertz, he falls on it. Insane play. One of the most, that was crazy. Worth the price of admission. Wow. Holy shit. Man, imagine Bill's Twitter if that happened to Josh Allen. Oh my God. Oh, I shudder to think. I guess you guys are getting the Denver game up. I guess you guys have a doubleheader up in Buffalo, unless you have the ticket. Wow, yeah, exactly. Oh my God, Lazard dropped it. That was a tough catch. Dude, it looked like he just gave the ball to him. That was insane. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like, I thought the play was going to be stuffed. Okay, he's going to tackle him for a loss. Fuck, that sucked. He just literally takes the ball out of his hands. That is as wild a play, a sequence, and then to get the ball back on the back end of that shit, that's insane. Think about the defensive lineman. You make that play, then get strip sacked. Oh, how about this today? Everybody talks shit about the Bills. The Bills have had some bad L's this, and they've lost against some good teams. What about the Arizona Cardinals losing to the Detroit Lions? What about that one? That was Goff lit him up. 3 touchdowns, no picks, very efficient. And Kyler just looked blah. Yes. Oh, thank you, Seeker. Thank you. You know what? I would not be shocked because the NFL Network is in that building. The NFL Network it's based in SoFi Stadium. They run the whole production right out of that stadium. The league is like, that's not a conflict of interest just a little bit? Like JC Treader being the head of the union, his game gets rescheduled. They all lied to the players and say, oh, if you have to forfeit, that's not. No, the money came down to it. Players didn't want to lose money. A bunch of big name players, quarterbacks said, we're done with this shit. We're not going to do all these tests and do all this stuff. We're done. And you know what the league did? Like people like that do when you stand up to them, they fold. They buckle. Solid, solid 4 better rushing numbers too. Who's getting carted off the field here? Is Kareem? So the defensive lineman that strips Drew Lock is apparently getting carted off the field. I don't know how he's injured himself. Maybe you guys. Yeah. It is, bro. It is. It's insane. And I had this argument a couple of times. My one friend, not an argument, more of a debate. This 4th down stuff, all he's got to do is kick 1 field goal and they win. It's just this incessant love with going for it on 4th down as it's a fait accompli that you're always going to get it. Look, the Carolina Panthers were forced to go for it every 4th down today because they had no kicker. And they were 1 for 5. You can miss those. They're not lockdowns. Touchdown, Green Bay. Awesome. That helps. Okay, so it looks like they got the ball back. Oh, nope. It's Cincinnati keeps the ball. And they're going to tackle Mixon for basically no gain. They didn't have the change of possession. I don't know what happened, why they didn't get a change. Maybe they was ruled down by contact, or I don't know. Maybe you guys can clear that up because I can't hear. The sound is plugged into the mic. The only way I could hear is if I put an earpiece in. I don't want to do that. I want to pay attention to the room as much as I can and watch some of the games with you guys. 4 and change left in the fourth. 2nd and 9. You give him a courtesy half yard. It's going to be a quick, basically 2-3 yard gain. 3rd and 6. He was ruled down by contact. Okay. Analytics is cool, but football is not. I mean, there's data. It's just it's a ton of things. It's just like they think that it's just like you just go. Like, does it change your mindset in terms of play call on 3rd down? Absolutely. If you know you're going to go on 4th for the majority of the time, obviously your play call changes on 3rd down, but they don't equate for the human element of things that happen during a play, like the myriad of things we watch every Sunday and have seen for all of our lives watching the game. Are certain teams going to be better out of it because of personnel and talent? Yeah, of course. But trust me, do you think the Chargers can stand up in the press conference and say everything they want, but do you think they'd rather have the win instead of, they left 9 points on the board. Like, they don't have to go to overtime. They don't have to have their defense get picked apart by Patrick Mahomes. It's who you have on the other side of the ball, too. It's not like Mahomes was having a good day. Their defense got gassed out in the 4th quarter, and they made Travis Kelce look like a gazelle. Guy can run, but shouldn't be blowing past your defense like that. Yeah, I posted that, Trevor. He must have. He had to have. And the Patriots must have not read it. Oh, nice move. Wow, Burrow with a nice move there. He got out of there. A lot of slick moves inside. Tough. It's crazy because look at all the good players they have. They have so many good players. And for their defense to be as bad, I mean, you got a premier pass rusher. You got, they've invested a lot of high picks in their defense. It's just, but that's the thing is, judging by their defense, right? Brandon Staley is supposed to be a defensive guy, defensive coordinator hired from the Rams. And the side of the ball that he's supposed to be good at is shit. The young quarterback everybody knew was good last year is good, carries the team, but still, like that's what I go by. That's what I would go by. That's just me personally, but I just don't think that like you said, I just think there's certain agendas and certain narratives that they have to push, and they're paid to push them, and they will never get off of them. So they're second and 8. Burrow is going deep, and he missed Jamar Chase. Ball went out of bounds. Yeah, we just don't have a physical enough back, Eric. We just don't. I mean, even McDermott said in the press conference, he got held up there, but he kept his legs turning, got a first down. That just to me shows that you're just. Yeah, I thought he was a scumbag for saying that, Seeker. I didn't like that at all. That's low hanging fruit. That's a bitch move. That's like, yeah, it's easy to stand up in a press conference and talk shit on my man. But you know what? Let me go through your text, dude, and see. I guarantee you go through my text for the last 10 years, you'll find shit you don't like, and everybody will find shit that it's just that's life, man. Oh, the ball is out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, it was again, it was a tough day. Knee was down. Yeah, he was down. You're right. Sorry. So these plays happen. Some of these bang bang plays happen so fast you get caught up in them and you think that they're it's like gets away the punt. He's going to field it around the 10. There's a flag on the play for blocking the back. There's a bunch of flags on the play. Holy shit. No, he's terrible. He's fighting a guy who's been hit too many times, is not a boxer. MMA fighters are not boxers. He does train, but it's a fake fight. I saw people posting about it. I don't watch fake fights. It's just that to me it's a clown fight. It's the equivalent of going to the circus and watching two guys just put on gloves and swing at each other. It's just no skill, no discipline. Just I don't care for fights like that, man. I could care less. Yeah, there's I that's all I saw. Doug is like I was just watching the play and all I saw was like flags, holding on the kickering team. That's declined. They're gonna take a block in the back. Yep, illegal block in the back. They're gonna take that one. Half the distance of the goal. Automatic first down. So Mixon's going back to the locker room, it looks like. He's jogging. Wow. Denver's backed up to their 5, it looks like. I don't know who fielded that punt, but he didn't even have a chance. Best player on the field today for the Bills? I think it was a combination of Allen, Davis, Singletary ran tough defensively. It was tough, but Obata was really, really good. Really good. I felt like some of his best runs, were inside. His best rushes came from the inside, but that one from the left-hand side was very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. That was the first time I had seen, Javonte Williams. That could have been a stuffer at the 1, and he ran for a first down. Holy shit. That was beautiful, Doug. Holy shit. Guy is caught around the ankles at the half-yard line. He breaks it, gets a first down. Like he's like down on one hand. They went back to the well there. They need to start throwing the football a little bit. They need to loosen them up. I mean, you can still be in your 4-minute offense here. They're a good defense, Trevor. It's like people who would want to shade the Bills for this win. That defense, the Bills had to earn every blade of grass today that they got. Every inch they got forward, they earned that shit. That was a tough defense. That's a tough defense to have to try to make hay against. I mean, the Bills got a cheap turnover late. Oh, Albert Q with another catch over the middle for a first down. Albert O. They got something working there with him. It's a nice pass. Nice catch. Low. Allen was running all over the gaff today. John, are you from the UK? They don't say that over here, man. They had a lot of missing parts. They had a lot of moving parts on that offensive line. I mean, I can't really. How much can we shade the line today? I mean, you have guys you don't want to play playing. You guys you have playing out of position, playing. It's just they haven't had a break. I mean, Nobody's going to cry for the Bills, though. Nobody's going to cry for them. They have to make their own breaks. They really, really do. See, this game's getting down to it. He played really, really well. Really, really well. He's got somebody wide open. Oh, Patrick, you have to catch that. What's the penalty here? Oh, in Ireland. Okay. No, I definitely know that it's a saying that they have in the overseas in the Isles, but I knew holding against Denver. Second down. Boyles gets the penalty. Who's he holding? Trey Hendricks. Where's the hold? It's a little. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of a hold there. 2nd and 18, four and a second left. There's not much time. I mean, it's now or never for Denver if they're going to win. They really killed themselves when they got that whole boondoggle with Locks. Noah Fant with the stiff arm. Oh, shit. That was a nice play. That pass got tipped. If it doesn't get tipped, he has to wait on it. Let me see if he steps out of bounds. Nice stiff arm. Nah, he's running up the sideline. He got a whole shit ton of yards he shouldn't have. Good play. Good play. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Oh, Trevor, he used to work for Green Bay. He worked for them. I mean, so when you see people like giving guys, there's a reason he worked for them. That's why he signed them to his first. He worked. He was their contract guy. No, Neil. It's gonna be Mullins. It's gonna be Nick Mullins. Oh, too high. Too much smoke on that pass. Way too much smoke, and they're gonna punt. Well, they kind of have to. I mean, you're pinned back. I mean, you got to hope you can get a 3 and out. Oh, it's kind of tough. It's a tough catch. It's just you'd like for him to get it. Was that Patrick or is that Cortland Sutton who dropped? I mean, do you call that a drop or so? Oh, that's a man. Returning punts must be like hell. You got all those dudes running at you. Yeah, he didn't have a. Yeah, that's on lock. Yeah, he kind of just fired that ball. Do you think the Raiders have the right to, yeah, it's terror. Yeah, of course they do. It's like you told them that you told everybody that wouldn't happen. They told everybody that wouldn't happen. They told everybody that's not going to happen. We're going to we're just going to, that won't happen. And they lied. They lied about a lot of stuff. They're just going to try to run the ball, get first downs. It's crazy, Neil. It is. Yeah, Tim, I said the same thing. I said our defensive game plan needs to be the same as today without worrying about him running because he's not going to run. He's just going to eat the sack. You see how he is. When he starts to run, he's just going to be like, I'm going to live to fight another day. I'm just going to live to try to fight another day here. And he takes some pretty big shots. I mean, I know the Colts really lit him up yesterday. 2nd and 6. I wonder if yeah, that's a good question because I think that last carry he had against the Bills really did a number on his hamstring. It was cold. It was a long run, and he had to put the second gear in, and when he did, you could see him running, and it was still not in a good place. And when you pull your hamstring and then you have to try to the only way you can defend yourself is to run because people are trying to get you. And it just hamstrings, man, they're just never right after you pull it, and if there's a tear in there and it's going to be cold again and you have to reaccelerate, that would have been it got a little close there at the end, man. It did. It definitely got a little close, got a little hairy. Yeah, he definitely, and another thing, Cam's a veteran. He's seen a lot of defenses. He has enough moxie to make a few of those throws today. They're going to have to respect the pass a lot more and their balance. They're going to have to respect more, but they're going to have their kicker as of right now. So we know that's it. First down for the Bengals. That's probably the game right there. I mean, Tyler Boyd with a big catch right on Patrick Surtain. Yeah, he was terrible. Yeah, he's definitely he's a guy. Yeah, man, Eric, we got that one late, but that there was a fumble on the ground they didn't fall on. There was another one that they didn't get, and then there was a couple of tip passes that are just right there, and it's just they're frustrating because it's like shit, like they're right there to be had, those tips, and it's just those change games, man. Those change games. They really do. Like when you can basically get a free 3 or potentially punch it in. It's just they were so close. Oh, Mixon they get his ankle busted here. He has some weird shit on his knee already. Yeah, I think this guy fell on the back of his leg. He's writhing right now. He's down on the field, not happy. Yeah, man, this first a couple of times. I mean, shit, look at against the Patriots. The first pitch, the pitch is on the deck. The pitch is on the ground. Just the Patriots get it. It's just you got to come up with those loose balls, man. I mean, fumble luck sometimes, yeah, but sometimes you got to make your own luck. The football gods don't smile on us all the time. If ever, you got to do it on your own. Trying to see if there's any update worth note here. Not really, because I don't know how far this stream is behind or back. It seems to be pretty up to date. Yeah, it just changes the complexion of the game, man. It just does. But the Bills, at the end of the day had chances and they just didn't. That's why today was positive and from a standpoint of let's see who's texting. Hopefully 21 shirts. They're trying to sell me the Venom Bills shirt. I got one of their hoodies on, so yeah, I mean, a few bounces here, there, and then that's all that matters. What I was going to say was today was good because it's not like the Bills had a lot of long touchdowns. They were in the red zone 5 times, 4 touchdowns, 1 field goal. So they had if that's been a bugaboo that they've been working on, they were able against a good defense. That's a good pass defense. 3 3 passing touchdowns against that defense. That's you earn that shit. That was not an easy road to hoe today on offense for what they had to do. And so, got Motor punched one in, nice. Got to, you run the ball good. You pop one inside the 20. Chances of you scoring are high. You're running downhill. Guys are turned around. They're worried about covering, defending the end zone, and you get in there, and he made a guy miss. It was really good to see. Again, maybe it's a low bar, whatever, but I just felt like it was the perfect kind of running day. I wish the volume would have been a little bit more, but 22 for 86. Even some of the ones, there was one that he was stopped on and he kept moving his legs and he ended up with 6. Like he was stopped right there, ended up with 6 yards on the carry. Okay. There was one where I felt like he could have got it blocked today, but he didn't. It's when they got backed up after the taunting, Spencer Brown taunting penalty, and it was a first down run by Motor, excellent drive starter and first down run. It's just like, fuck. And then Allen got sacked and they had to punt out of the end zone. It was just like I was like, oh, Jesus. Half the field. I know they got the ball on the plus side of the field there. It was not a long punt at all. So it was tough. I'm going to stay with you guys through the end of this Bengals game, see what happens. I don't know, man. I'm not a punter. I wish I knew the mechanics of it. I know it's just like you have to have a certain amount of time in between the snap and how many steps to get off. It's all timed out. Nice run stuff by Denver. So they don't have any more timeouts. The ball is just going to continue to run. The clock is going to continue to run. I wonder if they'd run or they try to throw and get the dagger shot. That's because they're going to take it right down to the 2-minute warning. Huntley has given the Ravens a good game, though. He's playing for what he is. He's playing really well. I felt like he was good in the game against the Bills last year after Lamar got knocked out. It was that one pass to Hollywood Brown. I mean, it was right there to be had. That could have changed the entire complexion of the game. 3 block punts. We should try to get one of those, Doug. We should try to get one. And they're supposedly buttoned up special teams and all that shit, right? Oh, you have to. Now? Nah, man. I don't bet on games. Yeah, the audio's fucked. Good now? You can just put like a yes, thumbs up. Good. Okay. You know what happens? I do it a few times. This little button, like if I just pass my finger over it, sometimes no, right. Watch. Now it's good. I literally it's like touch sensitive or something, way sensitive. Thanks, guys. Offense with a hold. There was a couple of run plays, and I know that it tends to happen on plays to the boundary with a lot of teams that you get flagged for holding. Anytime you stretch teams out, it always seems to happen where teams get flagged for the hold. It's tough. They are really trying to make a game of this. Let's see if they can get a stop here. if they win next week, they punch their ticket pretty much. Yeah, they can't fucking lose these games. They got to play these games to the balls to the wall. 96% you host a Wild. Oh, batted at the line. Batted at the line. Kingsley Kiki. Huntley. Who is he trying to get across the number 16? I don't know. I think is that Bateman, their first round pick. They got to go for it on 4th and 6. Oh, first down. Mark Andrews. That's a big boy catch. The clock is ticking, though. They're going to run it. They're just going to run it. The Bengals are just going to try to just run clock. No, they're going to take a timeout now. They were trying to get the old McDermott offsides penalties. One more chance to F it up. Yep, 99%, Timothy. Touchdown, Huntley. Walked right in. Oh, I'd be remiss. Josh Allen today, the first Bills quarterback to have back-to-back 30-plus passing touchdown seasons, 31 touchdowns. He had 37 last year. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns. Better division record. And they have the last week of the season. The Dolphins have to go to Miami last week, and the Dolphins are going to try to win that game. They've beaten New England in New England. Yeah, that's it. We just go win the division. Just go win out. That's what you have to do. All right, it's 3rd and 8. Now or never for the Bengals. And it's like they're going to just I don't know if the plays are out. They're just going to run it. Boundary play for about 3 and change. Yeah. P. Ryan. So they're just going to try to run the clock down here. Yeah, Denver's already in 1st and 20. It's not looking good for them. You already got yourself a holding penalty. That's just like day late and a dollar short. They just don't have the quarterback. I mean, maybe if Bridgewater's at quarterback right now, they have a better chance. There's a flag. Maybe it's a roughing penalty. That whole right's a hold. Yeah, again. Wow. That's tough. 2nd and 20 from the death. Broyles. Yep. Let's see if they can do anything. So they're 1st and 20 at their own 15. Oh, what the fuck was he throwing to? That was a terrible pass in all kinds of traffic. Hilton looked like he could have intercepted that easily. He's slipping, so he couldn't bring it in, but that was definitely not a good 3rd and 29 at the 6 after a sack. That's terrible. This game is probably over with. Yeah, and we weren't going to be able to count on Drew Lock to get a W. That's not good. Yep, he's just brought down from behind. Who number 66? I think that might be Manhurts gets beat. I know he's a double number. So Green Bay is going to try to salt this game away and why are you running at that team? Throw at them. Their pass defense sucks. They don't have any corners. 3rd and 29. Offsides. I think it's an offsides play, but it's like you're just 20 seconds, 19 seconds. It's like stupid. Was it a false start? Oh, offsides. Okay, wow. They got a positive play. There's no way they're going to win this game, though. I mean, it's third and 24 now at their own 11-yard line. If they do, that'll be. Oh, wow. What the hell was that, Aaron Rodgers? So Hendricks got called for the offsides. They put, how many more seconds did they put on the clock? The guys on Denver kind of know it's not a good situation. 3rd and 24. This is a 3rd and 5. See if they can keep the ball. Oh, he jumped off sides. Oh, intercepted. Oh, shit. It's out. So that's a crazy game-saving play. Not that it saved the game for them, but it's pretty much over now. I mean, oh my God, there's 3 dudes around him, man. You're throwing to Jerry Jeudy. What has he done this season? Oh, he has the ball. Wow, he had the ball and got it taken away. So the Packers have to punt. They're in danger of potentially losing or getting tied against. Harbaugh has been known to go for it on 4th down too, so he's in that situation. Got all 3 of their timeouts. They take a penalty. Yeah, they took a penalty. 5-yard penalty. What the hell was that? Oh, that drew. Oh my God, that whole sequence for Denver was trash. That was just a terrible sequence. Wow. What a bad way to end a game. What a bad loss. Driving just terrible way to lose that game. Final end. Let me see what the final score of the I know the 49ers won. Yeah, 31-13. So that's a team the Bills should be able to beat coming up to Buffalo, second to last week of the season, dome team down south. You gotta beat that team. That was a bad punt too. Bad punt by Green Bay. It's like out at like the 40, 48-yard line on their side of the field. Not a good punt. So, all right, guys. I'm going to be out. Yeah, I'm thankful too, Tim. I'm thankful. Thank you for you guys too. I appreciate it. The girl was supposed to hang out more, but she had to go Christmas shopping. I should have told her to bring over food, but I didn't, like an idiot. My head was all over the place. Yeah, he's a guy, you keep him bottled up, you jam those receivers and just swallow up their run game, and you should be able to make them one-dimensional. I mean, Huntley is just running on Green Bay right now. He's giving them hell in and outside the pocket. I mean, he just ripped off like a 20-yard run. Crazy. Peace, guys. Go Bills. Nice victory Monday. Leading up to a big week. Big week. No matter what happens, I'll be here again next week. Same time, same place. Love you all. Go Bills.